Education Manitoba and its new program entitled Women and the Workplace: Leveraging Skills, Overcoming Setbacks, and Ensuring Success. Workplace Education Manitoba is a nonprofit organization who believes that all Manitobans should have access to the essential skills, knowledge, and training required to determine and pursue goals related to learning, the workplace, and life in general. This program is funded by the Government of Canada and the Manitoba government and is offered in 7 separate online modules entitled Preparing to Learn in a Remote or Virtual Environment, Online Communication Skills, Online Presentation Skills, Effective Oral Communication Skills with a focus on increasing one's credibility and confidence, Fundamentals of the Workplace with a focus on writing and thinking skills, goal setting, and problem solving, Working with Others with a focus on stress management, resilience, and empathy. And finally, change readiness and continuous learning. The goals of this new program are to address the current and unique challenges women in the workplace face due to the pandemic, and to provide essential skills training for those who may be laid off or have lost current employment due to the pandemic, need to upskill or reskill to acquire or maintain changes in job tasks or current employment situations. For example, the need to work from home or work online. And finally, to support anticipated future expectations of employers related to the impacts of the pandemic on the workforce. For example, the increased need for digital competency skills. In planning, we targeted women in Manitoba who are employed or preparing for employment, presently underemployed, or receiving EI benefits. In the year 2019, in its speech from the throne, the federal government announced its Inclusive Action Plan for Women in the Economy. The plan acknowledged the need for all levels of government to support fragile women-majority sectors in their pandemic recovery plans. A year later, more women are back at work and working longer hours, but the recovery is as inequitable as the downturn. In the development of this program, research was considered about the impact the pandemic had had on women. A report from RBC Economics called the impact on women's employment unprecedented, with 1.5 million women in Canada losing their jobs in the first 2 months of the pandemic. Women's participation in the Canadian workforce, or their share of the working age population that was working or looking for work, had actually fallen to 55%, a level last seen in May 1986. By the end of April 2020, 2.8 million women, that is 30% of those working, had lost their jobs or were working less than half their regular hours. Low-wage workers, overwhelmingly women, often women highly marginalized, faced the greatest barriers to employment and suffered the largest share of job losses. Generally, women make up 39% of global employment, but during the pandemic accounted for 54% of overall job losses. As the pandemic continued to affect people's livelihoods around the world, women's jobs became 1.8 times more vulnerable to the crisis than men's jobs. WEM recognized that in order to emerge from the current crisis, proactive measures and programs needed to be put in place to support a segment of the Manitoba population most impacted by the pandemic. The Women and the Workplace program endeavors to introduce women to a variety of key skill sets and competencies to help build confidence and success. Our hope is that the course serves as a welcomed stepping stone for you as you move forward. If at any time you require support navigating the course, please reach out to our staff at WEM. Thank you.